Hey guys, how you doing today? Another installment of Tabletop Takedown coming to you live from Brain Jerk Studios right here in Monroe, Michigan. Good and local. Good to see you guys. All right, so sponsors as usual, we got the Little Brown Jug, Amaya's Fresh Mexican Grill, Insane Wrestling Revolution, Detroit 8 Mile Vodka, Muggsy Sports Grill and Bar, Monroe Sports Center, Lane's Pizzeria, Deb's Floral Designs and Special Events, Ruthless Pro Wrestling, and of course, we always thank Brain Jerk Studios for letting us come in and bother them for a little bit, for sure. So this weekend, we've got a heck of a pair for you guys. We have me, as usual. I will be piloting Verena, the Lich Queen. This week, we've got a new player, Corey. He's going to be playing Mirim, Sentinel Worm. We're going to be seeing some Temer Durgans today. Across from me, we have General Tazri, piloted by Josh. And we are ready for some pink sleeve action. And then bringing up the last of the roster, we're going to have Cedrus, the Trader King, with some fresh bodies straight out of the bin for you. We're going to shuffle up, grab ourselves a hand, and get ready with a real conversation. How you guys doing today? Everybody doing good?
Yeah.
Doing great.
Solid.
5, 6, 7.
Got a jam-packed day today. Like hash bashes today.
Ooh.
Yeah, spooky skating. That's later today as well.
Now, spooky skating, is that going on out at Dixie?
Yeah, out at Dixie Skate Land out there on North Dixie Highway.
We got an address for that? I'll shout that out.
I think it's like $7. Yeah, $7 entry. It doesn't cover rental, skate rental. I think that's like $3, $5, something like that, depending on skate or rollerblade. I don't know the prices.
All right, so that's 5179 North Dixie Highway, Newport, Michigan, guys. It's going to open at 7 p.m. And then we'll be doing skating with Spooky there tonight, if anybody is more than willing.
Spooky's event's at 3.
Okay, well, Spooky's event's at 3, and they'll be skating all night anyway. Why wouldn't they advertise for it? Why wouldn't they say they're open at 3 then?
Special event.
Probably. But yeah, stop on out to Dixie Skate Land today. And Hash Bash is coming to town. That's right.
Yeah.
Michigan gets pretty crazy for it.
Yeah, so many events
Got
going
7,
on.
keep 7?
I've
You
never
ready?
been to a hash bash.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. I
We game every
went to
Saturday at
one,
your place.
but I didn't get to do anything because I didn't have a card, so I just kind of walked around and took whatever free samples they were handing out. That was it. 5, 12. Oh, come on. Tell me I can beat a 12. Let's go. No, I cannot. I roll a 1. You boys got to roll again. Hey, ouch. That was bad.
Do that Salt Bay. 8. 12. Man.
Damn, double
12s are
12s.
out today.
12s are
You
out.
guys rolled 12s
today.
again? Or
No, I did.
you got it with a 12. Well, 12 in one hand, a dozen in the other. Cedrus begins the game.
I will draw. I will play Mountain and Pass.
I will draw. I will play a Marsh Flats, and I will immediately pay 1 life to crack that for a Watery Grave. And I'm actually going to shortcut a Soul Ring and shock myself. So I'm going to take 3 damage in total to go grab that land into play untap, put down this Soul Ring, and pass the turn.
All right. Draw. I'm gonna play a forest and pass turn.
I'm gonna play a Fabled Passage as my land for the turn, and pass it.
I'm gonna draw. I will play a Swamp and Pass.
In response, I'm going to sacrifice my Fabled Passage. We'll look for a mountain.
Turn 2, I will untap, upkeep, and draw. I'll play this tapped Rafine's Tower, and then I'll tap this Watery Grave and this Soul Ring to play a Heraldic Banner. When it comes in, I choose a color, black. Creatures I chose of the chosen color get +1/+0, and it taps to add 1 of that color. I will pass the turn.
Draw a card. And I will play Temple of the Dragon Queen. As it enters the battlefield, I may reveal a dragon card from my hand. Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield tapped unless I reveal the dragon card this way or I control a dragon. As it enters the battlefield, I'm going to choose a color. Red. And then I will pass the turn.
Untap. I'm going to play a forest as my land for the turn. I'm going to tap for a red and a green and play a Highland Berserker. When he or another ally enters the battlefield under my control, I may have ally creatures I control gain first strike until the end of turn. Pass turn.
What's wrong?
It begins.
I will play an island.
That's honestly what made me look for the mountain.
I will
Like,
tap
All right.
3. Play Mana War.
What does it do?
Return target creature to its owner's hand. Is it ETBs?
Targeting.
I guess my creature.
Okay.
Only
The
the
only
target.
one. The only one to target. Pass turn.
I will untap. Upkeep and draw.
My bad.
It happens.
I will tap a white, a blue, a black, and one in a colorless, and play Verena, the Lich Queen, and pass the turn.
Oh, man. Commander's already out. Scurry. I draw. I'm going to play an island for my land for turn. And I'm got no choice but to pass turn.
Untap. Draw. I'm going to play an island as my land for the turn. And I'm going to have to into the royal and return Verena to your hand. Pass the turn.
I will untap. Draw. I will play a swamp. I will tap a swamp for burnt offering. I'm gonna sack Mana War for 3. Black. I'm gonna use 2 of it to play Armillary Sphere. I'm gonna use the 1 floating, and I'm gonna tap an island. I'm gonna sack Armillary Sphere, and I'm gonna search my library for 2 basics. So I'm gonna search for a swamp and an island. I'm gonna pass turn.
I will untap. Upkeep and draw. I will play a plains as my land for turn. I will tap a white, a blue, a black, and I will actually tap black, black, and 2. And I will play no, I'm going to play Diregraph Colossus with a black and 2. And it enters with a 1/1 counter for each zombie in my graveyard, which is none. But whenever I cast a zombie spell, I get to make a tapped 2/2 zombie token. And I'm going to tap 1 and 2.
I'm gonna tap an mountain, and I'm gonna lightning.
You have to wait until you have priority B.
Okay.
I'm going to tap 3 and try to play Pact of the Serpent, which I assume you're going to respond with a lightning bolt. Okay. I will pass turn.
Going to draw. Play forest. I'm just going to go ahead and pass turn. It is now.
Happens.
Same.
Slow start.
I just had a
Slow.
lightning
Well, I'm
bolt,
moving
so
way
I-
faster than you
I'm a-
guys. So you guys shut me down is good.
I'm playing a plains
sorry.
as my land for the turn. I'm going to pay 3 and that plains to play a Talus Paladin. Whenever he or another ally enters the battlefield under my control, I may have allies I control gain lifelink until the end of turn, and I may put a 1/1 counter on it.
It's gonna build up quick.
In response,
Right.
I can't do anything about it.
well, in response, I'm not going to do anything. How's that?
Brilliant. Brilliant.
I'm just going to stare and go, yeah.
Pass the turn.
I will untap. I will. I will play Island. I will tap 5 and play Abstract from Darkness.
Each player mills the top 2 cards of their library, and then he chooses a creature in a graveyard and puts it into the battlefield under his control.
In response, I'm going to pay blue, 2 colorless, and I'm going to Psionic Pulse and counter target non-creature spell.
Right. He say no mill me.
The Exiles.
Yes.
Upkeep draw. I'll play this island as my land for turn. That's 7. What do we do with 7?
I don't know. I try to swing at me.
With what? You blew up my only creature.
I know.
You got Verena in your
tap
hand.
3, 4, 5. And I'm going to play Open the Graves, which is an enchantment that says whenever a non-token creature I control dies, I make a 2/2 zombie token. Pass turn.
Draw. Play Racer's Ring. That's my land for turn. It's just battlefield tap. Tap for red or green, or pay 2 red and green, sacrifice it, and draw a card. Pass turn.
We'll play an ally encampment as my land for turn. I'm going to then untap those 2 to play a Highland Berserker. So allies I control gain lifelink and first strike until the end of turn. He also gets another counter. So he's now 4/5. Move to combat. I'm going to swing Talus Paladin at Corey. If you're building mana and dragons need mana, you're almost there to play any dragon.
Okay, fine. Is that 4?
Yep.
With lifelink, causing Josh to gain 4 damage when that creature deals it.
And then I'm going to move to my second main phase, and I'm going to. Got it. Pass.
Oh. Yeah, Swamp.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. I will tap 2 black and 2 colorless to play Graveborn Muse. And I will tap a white, a blue, and a black and play Phyrexian Altar. And I will pass the turn.
Untap, draw, play Force is my land for turn. You guys see where this is going, right?
Mm-hmm.
tap a blue, red, green, and 3 colorless and send out my mirror. 6/6 flying, Ward 2. Whenever another non-token dragon enters the battlefield under your control, create a token that's a copy of it. Except the token isn't legendary if the dragon is legendary. Bad. I will pass turn.
See, like I said, I had to hit it before you could
Put out the big
get out there. You know what I mean?
Miriam seen your attack and was like, nah, screw that.
You did not just do that. All right. I'll
I'm
show
coming
you.
out. I'm going to bite.
I'm going to play a plains as my land for the turn.
Man, $5 foot long. It's never now.
They're never $5 though. It's like 13
It's
bucks
like,
off the door.
yeah.
Subway
I'm going to tap a forest of my ally encampment to play a hard ass druid. And allies like control are going to get lifelink. And first strike, he's going to get a +1/+1 counter. And that works. Let's do a white and a red to journey to nowhere.
Ooh.
And I'm going to exile it for as long as it exiles. Or as long as that remains.
My suggestion would be to move it back to the command zone.
Dirty. Did you pay? You can pay the 2.
It has Ward 2. You have to pay an additional 2 to target it.
Yep. He did it.
Mirim goes back to the command zone.
Aha.
And Journey to Nowhere sits
Well, dang.
like a good little non-token
Nope.
impermanent.
I'm going to combat. And Brandon, you haven't been hit, but you hurt yourself. But I've already bounced up. So.
I hurt myself. When did I hurt? Oh yeah, I shocked myself. Yeah. I thought.
Yeah, you're still at 40. I'm gonna swing at you, Brandon.
All right.
Or 5.
And he's going to gain that much life.
Boop,
And
boop,
pass the
boop.
turn.
Boop boop boop.
Okay. Draw.
Pretty much how it goes, man.
I will play a mountain. I will tap
You're
3
gonna hate me this next turn.
and play
I already
excessive Stitcher.
That's fair. I did exile your commander. I bounced his back to his hand. That's why I was like, all right, I've done it to both of them. Allies and that's all this has.
I feel like I picked the wrong deck to play.
I don't know.
I want to tap 2 and play Lava Coil.
Mana first strike life.
Probably the mana man,
Yeah.
because he's already with you on curve.
Pass.
Yeah, while you sit ahead of us with 2 rocks.
I mean, you can hit whatever you want it to be. But you swung at him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see why he leaned over there.
Yeah.
Untap. At my upkeep, I'm going to draw 1 and lose 1 because I control the zombie.
I was looking at that, but I was
And
like,
then I'll
that's
draw for
5,
turn.
and it's only like 4 damage.
And I'll play this swamp I just conveniently top decked as my land for turn. I will then tap 1 of
Oh,
each
by the way, it's exile.
and a colorless.
Exiles
And play Verena Lich Queen. Now whenever I attack with 1 or more zombies, I draw that many, discard that many, and gain that much life. I will tap nothing further. I will go to combat, and Corey, you got a 3/3 coming at you. When she attacks, I'm going to draw 1, discard 1, and gain life. Cute. And then second main phase, I'm going to I'm just going to pass.
Tap, draw.
I need to head up to the library one day. I'm not too busy streaming at home.
You guys suck.
It's kind of the objective.
Yeah, I said this deck has allies and removal. There's ramp in there. I haven't hit it.
All right. Fast turn.
Oh. One tap. Draw. Play an island as my land for the turn. I'm going to.
My apologies, Corey. You actually have to take one more damage.
Do
I forgot I have Heraldic Banner out, which gives all my black creatures +1 attack.
Gotcha. Yeah. I'm going to tap 5 to play General Tazri. I'm going to get a +1/+1 counter on Talos Paladin. Berserkers and give all my creatures first strike, and I'm also going to search my library for an ally creature, reveal him, and
Yeah, ouch. At least the mana one's himself. Now he's just going to go grab the draw card one. Seagate Oracle
Lore Master.
or Seagate Lore Master. Yeah, that guy. That guy right there. Literally guy I'm talking about. Dang it. Good card. Good card. Good card.
I mean, there's lower cost blue spells that do more, but ally, I think. And I'm going to combat. I'm going to swing Talos Paladin at you, Tyler.
In response, I'm going to pay 2 generic, exile 2 cards from my graveyard, and create a tap 2/2 zombie token. So this dice for now. And I will. How much is it?
6, 8, or 6, 7. Does not have trample. And it has first strike.
I'm going to sacrifice Graveborn Muse, which is going to trigger Open the Graves to have me make a not tapped 2/2 zombie creature token.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend 11 mana, exile 2 other cards from my graveyard. Tap 2/2 zombie creature token. And then I will block with my not tapped one.
And I'll give you 6.
Yes, sir.
That's all I got for the turn.
Oh, I'm gonna play it. Is it Boiler Works? Comes to my tab. I will
Be clear about our
put a swamp back to my hand.
side pockets or something. Yeah, that guy. That guy.
I will tap 3 and cast Drag Under and returning Verena to Tyler's hand. And I'm going to draw a card.
Anything else?
Here.
Okay.
That's a pass.
I will untap.
Sister Stitcher.
Upkeep and draw. You can do it whenever you want, B. It's an instant speed. I'm going to tap 3. I'm going to play Wand of Orcus. And then
What does that do?
it is an equipment that says whenever the equipped creature attacks or blocks, it and zombies I control gain death touch until end of turn. And whenever the equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, I make that many zombie tokens. And I'm immediately going to equip 3 and swing everything at Josh.
In response, I'm going to tap Sister Stitcher to draw a card and discard a card.
You got it. All right, Josh, you have 2/2/2s with Death Touch coming at you.
I'll block the 2/2 you have equipped, and I'll take the.
Okay, they have Death Touch, so guy dice.
I'm fine with that. That's my tutor, bro. The more I play her, the more it's just like look for another.
Second main phase, I will play a Hallowed Fountain and shock myself. And sacrifice this zombie to put back out Verena. Bastard.
All right.
Alter.
I'm going to pay green, colorless, cast Druid class. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under my control, I gain 1 life. First level it's on. I can pay green 2 colorless, and I may play an additional land on each of my turns for the second level. And the third level, I can pay green and 4 colorless. And when this class becomes level 3, target land you control becomes a creature with haste, and this creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. It's still land. Just to get it out there so I got more room in my hand. A green and 2 colorless and cast Jade Orb of Dragonkind. Can tap it and add a green. And when I spend this mana to cast a dragon creature spell, it enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it and gains hexproof until your next turn. I will pass turn.
See, I need to add those mana blocks to my dragon deck because they all do great. I think I got the blue one in there.
I think I have all 3.
I think Dragon Tempest is probably one of the strongest enchantments in the game. It's good.
Dragon Tempest.
Yeah, it's really good.
Tapping 7, playing Giant Hazard. I probably look for my Diabolist.
Is that the hand picker?
No,
I remember so many allies. I love this deck.
it's the one that you'll lose life equal to the amount or the number of allies.
It's Gallies. Gary for allies.
He's the guy and he's my ally. I was like, no bonus to. Oh yeah, ally enter the battlefield. I do have lifelink and first strike, and he gets another counter. So, Tyler, he swung at me. I'm going to put him to my hand, and then I'm going to move to combat. I'm going to swing him at you. 7/8.
I'll take 7.
I'll pass the turn.
I will untap. Draw. I will play a swamp. That's the play Burst Heart. Second to 2 basics. I'm gonna tap Obsessive Stitcher to draw a card and discard a card. I'm gonna discard Refuse. I'm going to tap a Swamp for a Wayfarer Bobble. Swing at Corey for 2.
Okay.
Pass turn.
I will untap, upkeep, and draw. I will play this tapped Crypt of Agadim. I will tap 1, 2, 3, 4. And play Anointed Procession. So now if I go to make tokens, I make twice that many tokens instead. And then I'll tap 5. Play Bone Miser, who says whenever I discard a creature card, I make a zombie. Whenever I discard a land card, I add a black, 2 black. And whenever I discard a non-creature, non-land, I draw a card. And I'll go to combat, and I'll swing at B with a 4/4. When she attacks, I'm going to draw 1 card, discard 1 card, and gain 1 life. When I discard that creature card, Bone Miser is going to say I make a 2/2 zombie. Anointed Procession says I make 2. I will then pass the turn. Draw.
I'm going to play a Thriving Bluff as my land for turn. I'm going to enter the battlefield, choosing green other than red, and then I can tap it and add green or red. And I'm going to pass turn. I can't do anything.
And then take it to your Druid class.
Two-hit combat, so it's fine. That's early.
Yeah. I'm going to cast Resolute Blade Master, and it's a 2/2, and it has Rally. Whenever Resolute Blade Master or another ally enters the battlefield under my control, creatures I control gain double strike until the end of turn. He gets a counter. They'll also lifelink and first strike. What's Bone Miser?
He's a 4/4.
5/4. 5/4. All right. Move to combat. I'm going to swing Callous Paladin at Tyler, Island Berserker at Corey, and General Tazri at Brandon. A 3/4 double strike, a 2/1 double strike, and a 8/9 double strike.
Okay. No trample.
You're taking 6 commander.
And I'll declare this 2/2 zombie as a blocker.
Okay, so that's 4, 6, 16. So 26 life, I guess.
Yep. And now you're at 84, and clearly the threat. $86.
Pass turn.
I will untap.
What happens when Callous Paladin gets out?
Yeah, and nobody answers them, and he just goes, boop, 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 boop,
boop.
7 mana out of the Grixis deck. Let's go.
Wondrous Crucible.
Permanents he control has Ward 2. At the beginning of his end step, he will exile, or he will mill 2 cards, and then he'll exile a card at random from his graveyard, copy it, and cast the copy without paying its cost.
At 2 and stack with your bobble for island.
I need that in my Lego deck.
Wayfarer's Bubble or
Oh.
the Crucible. It's good.
Yeah.
Because like even though it exiles it from your bed, you get a copy of it for free.
I
And
have
it's
a
like
card that-
7-drop just startup.
All I need is an Ice Conceptor, pull from Eternity. I already have a Great Karn in there. Or Karn the Great Creator.
After that, I
Just
will
grab from exile.
I got an ice concept in my Elsh deck.
Discard a card.
You haven't
Right,
seen
ain't it?
that. You haven't seen that.
I
Elsh deck
have.
And looky,
It's,
Did you?
it's a
My
spell
land
sucker,
card.
isn't it?
It's a blink deck.
S.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much a spell slinger.
Upkeep. Anything, guys? No. Draw for turn. I'm going to tab 3 and equip Wand of Orcus to Verena. And then I'll tab 2 in a black. I'll play Headless Rider, who says whenever he or another non-token zombie I control dies, I make a 2/2 zombie token. Then I'm going to go to combat, and I'm going to swing everything at Josh. You have a 5/4 Death Touch, a 5/4 Death Touch, and a 3/2 Death Touch coming at you. When those 3 zombies attack, I'm going to draw 3 cards, discard 3 cards, and gain 3 life. When I discard these 2 lands, I'm going to add 4 black to my pool. And when I discard this Diregraph Captain, I'm going to make 2 zombie tokens. I'm going to use that 4 black to then exile 4 cards from my graveyard. 2, 3, 4. Which, as much as it hurts, is going to net me 4 tapped zombie tokens. Absolutely flooding the board. Zombies. To me. All right, and then we resolve bunkers.
I block your commander with my Resolute, and I take the 8.
Sounds like a deal. Verena dies. I'll have her go back to the command zone. When she dies,
She
enter
dies.
procession.
2/2.
Oh, okay. Ooh. I almost wanted her to die because I got a bunch of zombie tokens out of it. Last turn.
On your bar. What is it? Whenever the Orcus Wand is running, she deals damage.
No, I'm just saying, like, her dying.
Yeah.
Her dying's even bad right now. Because I'm going to make 4 zombies when she dies.
Whale.
It's sad I no longer have double strike, but whatever.
So green,
That was a lot of damage.
red, blue. 1, 2,
Oh, yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Miriam's gonna come out until the end, or until my next turn. She is hexproof and 7/7, but she is also a flying ward too.
+7/+7.
Or she's 7/7
Plus
because
1/+1.
when I use the orb, it has a +1/+1 counter and hexproof on next turn. I will pass turn. It doesn't have these.
I'm in response. Oh no, I'm not going to. That was bad.
Well, I think I succeeded. My objective was to flood the board with zombies today.
I'm going to tap 3, and I'm going to cast Vanishing Light on Anointed Procession.
Okay. Got you.
I am then going to tap 4 and play a Soul Foundry. And when it comes into play, I may card from my hand. I'm going to remove Morite of the Frost. It's a 0/0 changeling. This card is every creature type. I may have Morite the Frost enter the battlefield as a copy of a permanent I control, except it's legendary. No, in addition to the other types. If it's a creature, it enters with 2 additional 1/1 counters on it, and it has change. And for X and tap for 5, tapping my Soul Foundry. I can play it. Pass the turn.
Just a quick mention again. Thanks everybody for showing up and watching. If anyone's out there,
Play Storm Tide.
Grabby Doos.
What does that do? Brandon, what does that do?
Tap one is the card and create a 0/3 blue grab creature token. Delirium grabs you control gets +1/+1 as long as there are 4 more card types among cards in your graveyard. Which there is.
Okay. So your crabs will get +1/+1.
Yes.
Some strong crabs.
Grabby Doom.
I will. Yes, sir. Actually. Yes, Cedric. It is a 4/5 trample. If another creature would be put in a graveyard to play the game instead, put a card removed from the game with Void Maul that influence of the graveyard. Void Maul gets +2/+2 until end of turn. It is a 4/5. I will. Swing at Tyler with a 2/2, a 4/5 trample, and a 0/3.
I'll take 6.
I'll pass.
At your end step, Void Maul's going to go to exile from your Unearth trigger, and then you need to Wondrous Crucible, which you forgot last turn. So at your end step, you're going to mill 2. Someone's going to grab your whole graveyard, shuffle it up. You have to choose a card at random from here. Cast it for free. Exile.
I'll tap 3 and sack the token copy. T-Six.
And then you pass?
Yeah.
I will untap. At my upkeep, does anyone have anything? That is a lot of zombies. Draw a card. It's like the most useless card in the world right now, so it's going to take a back seat. Josh, you have 78 health.
Yep.
It's coming at you. I will swing everything besides Headless Rider. I'll leave Bone Daddy too. That's enough triggers. That's 8. I'm going to swing at you with 8 zombies, Freenet included. When those 8 zombies attack, I'm going to draw 8 cards, discard 8 cards, and gain 8 life.
Yep.
2, 3, 6, 7, 8. And then I will discard all of it. That's this card here in my hand. cards. I'm going to draw a card from the Lightning Graves hitting event from Bone Daddy. I'm going to make a zombie from that card. I'm going to make a zombie from Death Baron hitting the graveyard. I'm going to make a zombie from Hell hitting the graveyard. I'm going to add 2 black to my board from the Island hitting the graveyard. I'm Phyrexian Delver hitting the graveyard. Another zombie from Island hitting the graveyard. I'm going to add another 2 black to my pool because another land goes to the graveyard. I'm going to pay that 4 back. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards from the graveyard. I made that come into play tapped. And then we resolve blockers.
What is it right now? Total?
All right, one more time. I had another spell from him. This one. You have 7 3 2s and a 5/4.
I asked what was Verena.
No, she's a 5/4. That's fine.
Okay. I will double block it and take the other.
They get plus 1 attack from Heraldic Banner. Yep.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, I'll take 21.
Right. And then did I gain my 8 life? 2, 3. Second main phase. Did you kill Verita?
Yeah.
Okay. She will go to the command zone.
Same with General Tazzer.
Probably that. She dies. I make a 2/2 zombie and make a 2/2 zombie. I think I have succeeded in my mission.
Trying, guys.
1, 2, 3. With that 2, with that quick Vagabond to add a black for each creature card in my graveyard, which is 4. It's not one. One of each. We'll cast out Verena and put the Wand of Orcus right back on her. And then we use one for that. That's 7, 8, right? Holy God. Cast her.
And he's like, "You're the threat." Am I making that many allies a turn?
No.
No.
Not anymore.
I've never been. I played maybe an ally a turn.
Bone Daddy is a good card. Bone Miser is probably the most abusable card for playing. Like, I've never just on attack trigger, you just get zombies and draw cards.
Wouldn't that mana leave after combat?
That's why I use Verena's pay 2, exile 2 cards from your graveyard, make a 2/2 zombie with it. Yeah, it's so good. They just synergize so well.
A 2 green and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And cast Old Gnawbone.
Yeah.
The 7/7 flyer. Whenever a creature I control deals combat damage to a player, create that mini treasure token. So it is a +1/+1 and hexproof until the end of my
He gets
next
a
turn.
+1/+1 counter.
I'll put those in. So
It gains hexproof.
yeah. All right.
It does give it a buff.
It will not put counter.
And
Counter stake.
Because Mirror was out, Old Gnawbone
You'll make it.
gets a copy token.
Just set it next to him. Perfect. Because then we know.
All right.
That also. Oh. You didn't use the herb, that's right.
You're gonna take a bite out of me. You better do it while you still can.
You do have flyers.
I'll do that. But if you swing at me, then the zombie massacre, like
You know what?
Hulkamania.
Really hard.
He is threatening me really
Yes.
hard. You know what?
Yes.
I'm cool with this for right now because you did all that crazy damage. You've been doing some damage.
Now,
Not as much as him.
well, now he doesn't have as much damage because I've done cleared his board, swinging at him with a
But
relentless.
he has much.
Yes, this is the board now. I have the multitude.
As long as we're cool for this, let's go around. I won't do anything. But Josh, just so that way I get my 2 cents across the board. Got a 7/7 flying commander coming at you.
It's going to make him 14 treasure tokens. 14 treasure tokens.
That's not bad damage. So,
Yeah. You dealt 7, and
Well,
you have
14
2 triggers.
Oh yeah. Right.
So you're going to make 14 treasure
Okay.
tokens.
So
Now Dragons pops off.
Alright, so I'm gonna stack 5 of those tokens. Bring it down to 9. And I'm gonna play Thrakus the Butcher. 3/4 trample. When it attacks, I double the power of each dragon I control until the end of the turn. And then, I'm also going to make a copy of that.
Next to it. Set it next to it. So we know. Yeah, perfect. Double.
Then
Why you didn't play that?
Anyway,
Anyway,
7. And I'm going to cast Siege Dragon. The 5/5 flyer, and whenever it enters the battlefield, destroy all walls your opponents control. You guys got any walls?
It does have a 0/3, but it does not have defender. So
Or the
Just a wall.
type wall.
Yeah. So as long as there's a wall. But whenever Siege Dragon attacks, if the defending player controls no walls, it deals 2 damage to each creature without flying that player controls.
there we go.
And
Not yet.
then,
Not yet. When you hit the
Even if it does, it's still got 3 health. Not 2.
you won't even hit.
Each dragon will deal 4 when it swings. So. If it's worth it, well.
You know what? Let's stay cool.
Yeah. No.
Right, 14 commander and a hit. There ain't no cool.
No,
I
there's
didn't
no
even hit
goal.
you.
It's on. It's on. That's way too many dragons. That's with
That's
double
my turn.
power with double, and then you're gonna make twice that many tokens. No, you gotta die right now. Guys. You gotta die right now. You're gonna make 48 treasure tokens and deal 8 damage to each creature I control next turn. You die. You die.
You said you weren't gonna hit him.
No, I did not. I went like this. I went, you can do it. You can do it.
All right, it's my turn.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
That's Hoog. That's Hoog. That's way too big. Gotta die. 2, 3, tap. These 2 are tapped. These 2 are 5 tap. And 5 taps on these. And then for that untapped ones, I have 5 big. Just trying to organize that.
That's all I can say is I'm gonna play a 8 Master. Gonna get another counter. I'm just gonna have nice turn.
I will draw.
I forgot how devastating zombies can be.
4.
If left on like 4, 2 or 3 turns, should build them.
Oh, step 4 and play Gonzi.
Especially with the stupid wand. The wand go hard.
Tyler, let me see your top
Top 4.
4.
Go ahead and steal a card, my dude. Yeah. Don't want to steal some dragons and this is way more upset versus Alley. Yeah. Good choice.
And allies.
Like literally, like if he hits an ally, he's like, throws it in the trash can. Josh is like, no.
Yeah, go ahead. I got an ally in camp. I'll bring it back. Maybe.
I will tap 3. Like Darth Figure, first figure. Going to Death Touch.
Back that mole drifter B. When you draw 2 and lose 2. Good thing.
Tap 2. And play like a little torque. And I just let myself at 4 and sack excessive stitcher to return Moldrifter. The ETBs I draw 2.
Nice. That was a slick little maneuver there.
I did I play?
No. I still looked at metal focus eyes on it.
I'll play a second palette from the thing.
Good check. He's got the basics. Hey, this is good.
At my end step, I go to
Go right over Josh. The whole great game. Yeah. Good card. Often lost some value at this end stuff. Good. All right, you're going to exile that card. You get a copy of it.
Lava
Pass for
Coil.
free. This is a lava coil you get to pass for free. Go ahead and
somebody right now.
Tyler does have 12 zones.
Yeah. I'm gonna do more to
Well, go there. You can't help it.
all right, that commander once again dies. She's in a bad place. When she dies, head this rider and open the gates for them. Enough is enough. Enough.
now tap 1 to discard a card to create a 0/3 crab. And go to combat.
You're at one step. Yeah, you're at one step.
Pass.
Okay. I'm going to play the swamp with my land for turn. I'm going to tap 2 and play a Nightscape Familiar who says blue and red spells I cast cost 1 less spell. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Arena. Discounted by 1 with the Nightscape Familiar. Okay, I'm going to move to combat and I'm going to swing 19 3/2 zombies at Corey.
Why though?
Let me see. Hold on. How many
Could be the
blockers do you
7
have?
dragons.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. That's only 12. What you do?
6.
Okay, good. That's enough to count. Good. All right. 19 zombies at you. When those 19 zombies attack, I have to draw 19, discard 19, and gain 19.
Mhm.
1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19. Darn, I want to keep him here somewhere. Please. Not really. We got that one. Okay. Happy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 19. Yeah, let's gonna set off 19 seconds. And there. About in the top. Add 4. 5, 6. Nice, just not dice like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You add 12 left. And draw 10 cards. Going to win.
So you drew 10 cards.
Correct. Yes.
And then you're going to have to discard at your end step.
Yes.
Well, you do have, what is that, 12 black cards?
I didn't even play my land for turn. I just played the Nightscape Familiar and then cast off. But it's nuts. Now we go to combat. You got 19 zombies.
19 zombies. Okay, I'm gonna block 6 of them, taking 13. They are 2. What?
They're 3s.
They're 3s. Yeah,
You're
dead.
out. Smack.
No fog.
No fog.
No fog.
Nothing to really
All
save me.
That's our first player out. The dragons go down right as they were about to pop off. Too, you were about to walk it. That was
yeah.
that was it.
Well, that would have been right there.
All right, I will play this isolated tap, which I definitely control opponent's response. And now we're going to make the magic happen. So I'm going to tap 1 black. I'm going to play Pulling the Weed. And I'm going to sacrifice this last zombie that killed me for 4 black. I didn't even use any of that top black at all, so it's terrible. You weren't worried about that. You were worried about the second main anyway. I'm going to use 1 of that 4 black to cast Times of the Dam, and I'm going to add a black to my pool for each creature card in the graveyard. Grabs that 4/6. We got the 9 black though. 9 black will give me the game. I will spend but I can definitely try to win the game and one fell through. I will sacrifice a random zombie for a blue, and I will spend this black. I will put down the Scare of that. Try to kill you guys at my upkeep because I'm going to stack 5 more from this last 5 black to play Gary, which might drain you out right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You both lose 10. I gain 20. All right. And I don't have the feature ability. So instead, I'm going to do a multiple. I'm going to start 3 zombies. And I'm going to play a 3 frantic search. Draw 2, discard 2, and then tap 3 lands.
You didn't add your life.
No, I did not add 3 yet. now I have. With that spell is impossible on this. Anyway, I get to untap 3 lands. I still have 1 floating. I use that 1 floating for Stitcher Supplier. Comes in and mills me. Trying to just get down through the rest of the library at this point. Do. I will go to that fairy and do that again. What is your life totals?
31 and 13.
I'm going to tap 3 and sacrifice Stitcher Supplier Mill unless I have 3 more. I'm going to play Tormod the Desecrator, and I will show you guys a loop where I pay to sacrifice zombies and remove cards from my graveyard to make zombies, to sacrifice those zombies for mana, to make zombies, and Tormod's going to make twice that many zombies. And once I make 28 zombies or so, that should be able to kill the table. Okay? That's something. Just another mana. Yep. I have essentially infinite. I just need to dig through and forth. There's something I can do with it.
I don't think you hit it yet.
Well, it means we keep digging. Sack 5 zombies. And play Corpse Connoisseur, and when he comes in, I get to search my library for a specific creature card and put it into my graveyard. There we go. Corpse Knight. Shuffle. Now I just gotta get him. Now I just gotta get him into play.
All done and edited already. You had taking people.
Really. Get a card back in my hand. Scare of God. There we go. All right, so I'm going to sack 4 zombies. I'm going to exile 4 points from my graveyard and make a 4/4 copy of them, and then I'm going to put infinite zombies into play, at least 31. Because every time a card leaves my graveyard, I'm going to put a zombie into play, and I'm going to sack that zombie to pay into Verena's ability to remove more cards from my graveyard and make more zombies. And Corpse Knight's going to see me make at least 31 zombies.
Yeah, because whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it deals damage.
Yes, sir. Corpse Knight with the win.
Good game.
Heck yeah, guys.
That's our game for the day.
Yeah, it's 1:32, ain't it? It's 1 o'clock on the nose. That gives us a half hour to sit here and talk. A couple minutes. I'm down for just some discussion. That was good. The vanishing light on the anointed procession held me back hard.
I know.
That was good.
That's why it's in there. It's a 3-cost removal. Right, just like Journey to Eternity. I was gonna hit it before with that, but then I saw it said exile target creature, and it's like 9.
Dude, Micaeus, all of my mass reanimates and my Liliana Dreadhorde General were all at the bottom of my deck. So I wasn't hitting any of my through the rest of the stuff. B, that was I like that little move you pulled there where you played False Slinger, you stacked Mold Drifter, then you sacked your other creature and you put Mold Drifter back out, and you netted like 5 cards that turn, some mana, and then Crucibled something. Like, that was good. You were generating value.
I put arms in my hand. I knew.
I was just playing my hand on it, honestly. I was playing my hand on
Zambies. Dude, she floods a board. I built the crap out of this thing.
Dragon's gone super slow. But then, right at the end there, she was
literally like,
she
here's
was
the
getting
game.
pissy. She's like, dude, y'all are hitting me. I'm not even that, crazy right now.
And then she literally was
And
like,
then-
this is the game.
She came out like she was her own Mandalorian. Like, this is the way. I'm about to go ham.
It was a great card for it too.
Yes. The tribal support where you name a creature type and every time you cast it, you copy it. See, now that's what Mule means. Because that'd be even worse.
Oh.
The legendary one's gonna go, but
Oh snap!
for now, good card.
I mean,
Copy.
you'll still make it. You just gotta stack it. Yeah, definitely could have armed. I gotta.
I had this
I need a card.
Arab God get rid of own corpse like for the win there. That was well.
He's an ally.
Yeah, because he's a changeling.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, that's hecka good.
Yeah, honestly, before the warlord, I was thinking of getting cookies. For the I put 1/1 on all my allies. Yeah. But here's the problem. All my good allies are at 5+5.
So we just need allies just need to be cheaper in general. Ooh, Urza's Incubator would probably go hard in that deck. That's the 3 or 4 drop rock that says name a creature type. Creatures you cast of that type cost 2 generic less.
Like,
Chunk, yeah.
yeah, because I have a Herald's Horn.
And that's good. I didn't realize how good Harold's Horn was at drawing you a card like almost every upkeep. It's like, here you go.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, dude. Because I had one in Brina. I pulled it out. I just put my Path of Ancestry back in here.
I want to take this out too.
Because it's just trying to be
costs
the
too
other
much.
card, and it just costs too much.
I paid 4 for a 2/2 ally.
You should put the 3 and a white, the 2 and a white guy, the 3-drop changeling that lets you pay X and make all your creatures X and so on return.
Yeah,
Near entity, that's it. Yeah, it's good just because it gives them all creature type.
I have him. I think I did have him in the other thing.
It's basically biomass mutation on a body. Maskwood Nexus. Now that is a game-winning card right there. Because someone's like destroy all non-zombies, and you're like, oh my own, they are zombies. But at the same time, Maskwood works on the opposite end of the spectrum. Like, let's say you're playing dragons and you're absolutely dominating me, and I have out Maskwood Nexus, and you're like, all right, yeah, I passed the turn to you with your 5 little pathetic health, Tyler. What are you going to do? And I'm like, cool. I'm going to reanimate Karthus and gain control of all dragons, and they have haste. And you're like, no, and I'm like, that was literally the win. The first week that we came here and played. I was playing dragons, and he dominated me and Josh off of the board eventually. And then Drew just turned around and he was like, "I'm going to command the Dread Horde, your Karthus in your band." And I was like, "Yeah!" That's gnarly. And Karthus came in and he just snagged his whole board and swung him out. He was playing Orzhov too. Orzhov with the Resurrection win. Like,
I was not running that.
I did. That one got taken out. I don't know because they have vigilance.
Yeah.
Vigilance would be really good for Version. I almost want to put Radiant Destiny back on that. Like, she would love that. Because, like, when she had Brave the Stance in there, she was like, oh, yeah, let's rock, right? That's a good one. That is a good one. The only problem is if you don't ascend right there, or no, once you have 10 permanents, you do ascend once you have a permanent with ascension. Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, that's good. That card is good. See, now people totally sleep on that, but that's basically a way stronger, whatever that chromatic orrery. One less, it gives you your lands tap for whatever color you want, and you're going right there. This is exactly what you need.
Yeah, I got the orrery and the lantern in here because most of the lands in here are basic. Yep, there it is.
What's everyone got going on after this?
Me and B are down to come play at your house. If that's down.
Yeah,
I'm just standing up for a good stretch of my legs. But that was crazy. Like, so that's how much I played that zombie deck. That's how much work I put into it. That I don't know what you can do down at the end of the spectrum like that.
I nicknamed it Brain.
Yeah, dude. And like zombos. It's basically zombie combos. So basically, like, even though none of them are infinite combos, what I do is I just set it up to where whatever she does that she's already doing grants me something in the process. Mm-hmm. So, like, even though it's a slow setup, slow burn, once she's got 2 or 3 of those things out, it's done. Like, you saw that. As soon as I put out 2 creatures, and they both got shot immediately. And then I put out the one enchantment. Nobody didn't have an answer for that enchantment, and that was like the doom right there. Every time a creature died, I made a zombie. Like that was bad. That was bad.
That's right. A non-token.
Yeah, a non-token creature, which is still bad enough.
Yeah.
Because the deck has 30 or something zombies in it. So as I'm going through, I'm going to get more value out of every card. And then Anointed Procession, he was like, no, that's generating you way too much value. And I was like, yes, that's actually part of an infinite combo in the deck. There's an enchantment called Zombie Infestation that lets you discard 2 cards to make a zombie. And if you have Anointed Procession out, you make 2 zombies. And then if you have Kindred Discovery out, it says name a creature type, you name a zombie. Whenever a zombie enters the battlefield and attacks, you draw a card. So I'm going to discard 2, make 2 zombies, draw 2 cards, discard 2, make 2 zombies, draw 2 cards, discard 2, make 2 zombies, draw 2 cards. And now my library's gone, and I have a near infinite amount of zombies. I play Scarab God. I exile something from my graveyard. I put out Corpse Knight or put out Vengeful Dead, something like that. And then I just kill the zombies in front of it, and you're out. It's smooth.
Some decks just have a straight play style and multiple builds into the combo offense.
There's actually another quick note while we're on tribal subject. You guys heard of Pirate Hero?
Yeah.
Holy cow!
It didn't come out last year.
I don't know when it came out, but I am playing it hard, and I am potting my zombies with it. It's basically a birthing pod for creature type. Okay, so listen to this. It's a 2-drop artifact. It says pay 2, sacrifice a creature, search your library for a creature card that shares a creature type with the sacrificed creature and has converted mana cost equal to 1 plus that creature's converted mana cost. You put that card onto the battlefield and shuffle. Even though it's only at sorcery speed, that is a pop. That is a literal. That's cheaper than Birthing Pod. Birthing Pod is 3 in a Phyrexian green and 2 in a Phyrexian green to activate. Like I'm just paying 2 and 2. And
I call time.
All the time. So it's like 2 years ago.
Yeah, just come out. Like this is so strong. So you sack your 4-drop zombie, something good like Dream Muse that has you lose life, draw cards for zombies, and then you just flip it into the Bone Miser, and then go to combat. And now I flipped from drawing cards at my upkeep to drawing cards during combat for 2 mana. And it puts it in the bin. It doesn't exile it. It's good. That card is really good. Like I think if someone put it in dragons and figured out like a chain of dragons up to from 2 up to 7, or like like a line. You gotta make like 2 lines. You know what I mean? That's essentially how you build a pod deck. Is you'll make 2 lines from CMC 2 or 3 all the way up to 7. And then that's your creature base for the deck and everything. Like it's and you can, and what's great about that is when you stack the token that's converted mana cost 0, you get to restart your line all the way over again at 1. You go grab your 1-drop that has utility. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Like that is so strong because when you make a token of that creature type, then you can go like, I made a 0-drop zombie token. Cool, I'm going to stack that. Go grab Gravecrawler. Look at that value.
Dragon deck.
Grab Terror of the Peak. Yeah. Look at that value. It's like a $2 card. Like a $1 card. That's what I'm saying. Pirate Heroes is going to blow up, dude. This card's good. It's Hecka's tribal support. It's go grab what you want when you need it. I mean, I don't care if it's at sorcery speed on my turn. It's allowing me to pod through my deck that is not great. I'm playing black, white, blue, and I'm doing creature tutors on the staples to an artifact. Like, yes!
Mm-hmm. Isn't it tap for mana equal to? No, that's it. Pantheon.
Heralded, Pantheon of something. But that's and people sleep on that too because like Theros isn't as prominent as it was, but devotion used to be a real thing. Like people used to play mono green devotion, and mono green devotion used to just rock people. Do you know the card? It's like Colony Hydra or something like that. It really costs like 8 green. It's an 8/8, but it costs 1 green less for each, like for your devotion to green. Mm-hmm. So, like people have put out this 8/8 trample turn 3, turn 2, because they're like green dork, forest, green dork, forest, and then they're like, cool, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 devotion to green, and I'm going to tap 4 mana, Colony Hydra. and you're like, whoa, they got bad fast. They got bad fast.
Well, that's just like Gary. You just played Gary. Your devotion to black was what, 10?
Yeah, Gary
Yeah.
hit for 10. Like Gary is good. What's another big devotion? Actually, there's a white card that it's like Heliod's Pilgrim or something. For 4 and 2 white, I think you make a 1/1 soldier equal to your devo to white. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't put that in my human deck because they're soldiers, not humans. So it's just like,
See, that's why Myriad Landscape's so good, is it takes that little bit of and it makes it into support. What's the other? There's an equipment called Root Stalagmite that gives the equipped creature all creature cards. That's a good one. There's also like a taser. There's a couple of that's with the creature cards. I think
I like my Galea deck.
Galea's nasty. That
Really
game
is.
that was good. No, you were
Like-
swinging for 8 or 9 faster than people were getting their boards put together. And
Yeah.
8 or 9 commander when it takes only 21, like that's I almost feel like you could put it drafted up to 20.
Yeah.
Just with your insight and just one shot somebody real quick, because like Bant doesn't care about the rules of the game. Bant does not at all. Who else doesn't care about the rules of the game? Abzan. Abzan's like the number one. I'm going to ignore the rules and do whatever I want color in the game, because
That's
like
white,
Soul
black,
Tie's like I have to follow the rules in order to go infinite. But Abzan, white, black, green is like I'm just gonna do 85 triggered abilities during your turn, and you're like, dude, can I play Magic? And they're like, hold on, let me see if I have my combo. And you're like, what? it's oh wow! Like if someone builds, I was gonna say if someone builds green, white, black like really efficiently, like Patty built Pan, and that thing it says pay 3, remove 3 counters, mill 3, then return a permanent with CMC 3 or less to the battlefield. That doesn't sound bad until he puts out Concordant Crossroads and then starts putting out dorks, and the dorks enter with vigilance counters on them, so he can continue to tap the dorks, remove the counters from them to put out more dorks, and just keep that process going until he has milled his whole library. And now that his whole library is milled, he's going to show you a loop where he keeps putting. Oh wow! Like I've never, like in the middle of my turn, me trying to take my turn, he's just gonna go.
like 2 weeks now, I was like, we've done that.
All right. So, what do we got? We got 15 minutes. I got a pretty good idea for a quick discussion we could do. You guys want to go over the commander ban list and say what we would care about, what we don't care about out of there? It'd be pretty quick. There's only like
I don't
15
really
cards
run
or so.
much stuff out of it. I'll check. Like most of the cards I run,
I've never actually
Never
looked
touched
through the ban list, to be honest with you.
So, a card they just recently unbanned was they unbanned. My terrible language. Is Worldfire. It says exile all permanents, exile all cards from all hands, exile all graveyards. Each player's life total becomes 2. Or 1. 1. Each player's life total becomes 1. And that's like 5 and 3 red or something. Like the odds of even casting it. But that's I love that they were like, no, we got to ban this because it makes your opponents exile their hand and it essentially kicks them out of the game and everybody goes back to turn 1 with 1 health. And red's like, that's what I've been trying to do this whole time. What are you talking about? I'm just trying to talk like a mountain and say a hasty goblin. And
I get it, but at the same time, that can really make it kind of toss up because then sometimes, like, everyone has to start the game over for that one match. So the fastest deck is going to win.
But this is where I agree with it. If you can win the game after you cast Worldfire, then I'm down with it.
Yeah.
Like if you have what is it, Morath Will of the Wild, if you haven't cast him yet, you can cast Worldfire with mana floated in your pool because it doesn't empty your mana pool. You can cast Worldfire and exile everything and then pay 3 and cast moves and then pay 3 and take your opponent for 1 damage each and end the game right there. Boop, boop, boop.
Now, what if you play that and then let's just say you have the extra white and you play a protection.
All cards were exiled from hand when Worldfire
With it
was
on the
solved.
stack, so we do that. So as soon as there's protection solved, then
I'm screwed. you're going to get your Fury's Pride out of the game, and I can't do anything to you. But that's the whole point of World Fire is it's a sorcery. So if it manages to resolve, then I have a chance at winning the game. Right there.
Would a person that cast it be able to protect themselves?
No, because that would no, you'd still be there. I don't think the Fury's protection in your stuff is going to save you from it. It's still going to force you because you're still a player, so you're still going to have to exile everything from your hand. You're not being targeted.
Your field won't be touched, but your hand will.
And your life total isn't supposed to change. I don't feel like it's going to do anything to you. I think World Fire is just going to override it and do what it does anyway. That's what I'm trying to say. That's why I think what it is. So, here we go. Okay, so we're going to go with the first ones, which is the Moxen. And I totally understand why the Moxen are banned. Mox Emerald, Mox Jet, Mox Root. It's just a 0-drop artifact that sits there and taps for one of a color. Like, that's man.
That's great.
It's
That's
great.
phenomenal.
Too much. All right, so Ancestral Recall, pay 1 blue, draw 3 cards. Way too strong, dude. No, that's not fair. There's a reason that Brainstorm makes you put 2 of them back.
Yeah, you don't want. Well, that's the thing. Even if it wasn't banned, that price of that card would be ridiculous. And in every blue deck they have,
Temur. Temur would be cracking that spell 30,000 times. And we would be like, Temur, can you do anything else? And Temur would be like, what are you talking about?
Listen,
Is it?
If you're running blue in the core identity, you're gonna run it.
Yeah.
It's 2 costs. 4 costs to get to the big stuff.
Balance. Each player sacrifices down to the lowest number of creatures, the lowest number of balance, the lowest number of artifacts, the lowest number of enchantments.
I remember when I put out the
Yes, sir. I don't think that should be unbanned because there's people who sit there and do nothing as their strategy.
So that mag is for the balance.
So, put it out, later turns, and then drop it. So biorhythm, each player's life total becomes equal to the number of creatures they control. I feel like biorhythm can almost get unbanned. It costs like 4 and 2 green. Or it's even more. It costs 6 and 2 green, and then each player's life total becomes equal to the number of creatures he or she controls.
It becomes an instant win with like if you have combos like that. Oh, I'm gonna make a zombie whenever a creature dies. I'm gonna board wipe, do that, get a bunch of creatures, play that, and then bam.
Big fat 8-drop green sorcery. I don't deserve to win the game.
No. I don't think 1 card allows you to win a game.
If you board wipe me in response, I lose 2.
Yeah, but instant cast board wipe. But when you got 9 cards, you got it.
Then I'm out. No, my life total just became 0 if you board wipe me. We're all dead. The game's over. I paid 8 mana. You paid so much mana. Game's over. Cool. That sounds about right. 15 mana between the 2 of us, and the game's over. You cast Route, I cast Biorhythm, we all go home. Black Mold, obvious. No. Can't unban it.
I mean, if you can afford it, I just think you can run it, but
I think if we did like a no ban with practice, we could do something like that. I got playing with power do that. No, way too much.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Graves Cabal Minion, that's the one that makes you sacrifice a creature, artifact, or land at your upkeep or something like that. That's the 1, 2, and 2 black. That's the crazy grades. And that's banned because you can obviously cheat it out like turn 1 and turn 2 and make people sack their only land and play and out of the game.
Yeah, because every turn they're going to be stuck. Yeah.
Oh, channel. I can pay life to add colorless to my pool. That's pretty obvious why that one's banned because you have 40 life and that is more than enough to pay into and dunk anybody with an X spell turn 2 or turn 3.
Especially if you firewall.
Yeah. Well, no, especially if you like torment to hailfire.
Oh yeah, because I don't have to discard or
Chaos Orb, you know that one? You pay, you got to flip it. Dexterity cards. They're called dexterity cards when you got to pay and like flip the card, whatever it lands on does something. I mean, come on, look at how perfect that is. Look how hard that is. It's not like an easy. Got to do a full flip. It's got to go a foot in the air. There's official rulings and stuff for it. It's not easy. Stop taking dexterity cards out of the game. Let me get good with the stupid chaos across the table. Stop moving your permanents. Again,
But that's the thing. Someone who's used to
win out of nowhere sorcery. You guys know this one? Coalition victory. For 3 and Wooburg, you win the game if you control a land of each basic type and a creature of each type. I feel like that could almost get undone. You have to have a Wooburg creature and a Wooburg land, and you have to pay 3 and Wooburg.
and have Wooburg creatures.
Yeah, you just one Wooburg creature and one Wooburg land, and then you cast this 8-drop sorcery. Like they really hate on the 8-drop sorceries that try to win the game. That's how it used to be. You just pay that much money. You pay.
I mean, if you have that much mana, why not?
Do something else with it, right? Like, why are you going to cast forward with the quick and try to win the game? Like, I understand that.
That was another one I had to take out my deck. Or like, what was that one? Maria's the Maya one. Not banned or not?
No, my house animal is not banned. That is still not banned. That's still not. That's a win. That's a thing. Like Maya, they do Maya, but
Counters up to it till you get 20 and then win.
here's a really good one. Emrakul the Aeon's Torn. The 15-drop super Drazi. I control you on your next turn. Does it have Annihilator? No, it doesn't have. No, it does have Annihilator. That's the big take another turn one. Yeah, no, I'm good.
You play him, you take another turn.
Yeah.
Clearly banned. For a good reason.
In Radio, Soratami Ascendant, she's not actually banned because of her text. She flips around into essentially an enchantment that says counter the first spell each of your opponent's play during their turn. Which, it's kind of obvious why that got banned. Now, there's a Jace that does that, but you have to. There's no. I had that Jace, and I tried everything I could to keep him alive long enough. You have to keep him out for like 6 turns, and then you down tick him, and you counter the first spell each of your opponents play a turn. Like it's not as big of a payoff as being able to put a 6 or 7 drop.
You say that, but then a Super Friends deck, one that is Planeswalker based and proliferate, can get to it quicker.
Can try to do it, yeah. But it doesn't mean it's going to get it off. Falling Star. Do you guys know that card?
Nope.
It's another dexterity card. You got to bring it to a height of at least 1 foot, spin it a full 360 degrees, and when it lands, it does 3 damage to each creature it touches.
So kind of like that undead. Chaos Confetti.
Yeah, so that's actually so what happened is a player was playing Chaos Orb before it was banned, and he took his Chaos Orb and tore it up into pieces because it doesn't say anything about the card not being able to be damaged. It just says whatever I land on die. So he tore it up and threw it all over his board state and just wiped his whole board with a Chaos Orb. And I was like, oh my god, this is genius! Like I'm gonna tear up and throw this $200 card, but you don't have a board state anymore. Taking my tournament victory.
Yeah, because then he's keeping a bunch of those in the sideboard just to like put in.
Just sweeping scraps into a bag. Like I love you, Star. But I mean, I understand that.
Yeah.
Fast Five lets you keep putting out lands, but you take a damage for each extra land you cheat out. Come on. You can't give me that. You can't give me that. I'll play Cynic, and I'll put that out from 1, and I will proceed to cheat out 4 lands, which will let me draw a couple of cards. I'm playing Cynic. It's over. I drew lands, and I drew cards, and I have 4 lands for 1. Just stop playing. Black. You know what that one is? If you pay 1 in the blue, put a creature out, and then you gotta like pay the rest of its cost reduced by 2 generic or something else. You have to sacrifice.
Oh, so it's like giving a creature fly.
Essentially, yeah. But the reason it's banned is because people will put Protean Hulk out and then not pay, and then Protean Hulk dies. You go search your library for a certain amount of creatures and just pop them into play right there. So you're like turn 1 flash, put out the Hulk, don't do anything with it, let it touch the bin, and then go grab like collectors to show off my opponent's artifacts and those creatures to get myself to the top. Like literally turn 1 shove it. Gifts ungiven. So now at first when I first started playing, I thought this card could have been unbanned because there's so many cards that do stuff like this. It lets you search your library for up to 4 cards. You show them to your opponent. You take 2, put them in your graveyard. The other 2 go into your hand. Now that sounds like it's fair, but the problem with Gifts Ungiven is that it says up to 4 cards. So I can go search my library for specifically 2 cards and hand them to you, and you have to choose those 2 cards and put them into my graveyard. And I'm just going to tap around and give a flashback. And I'm going to cast it and counter your stuff. That's an instant. So like that's, or I can just go grab 4 free counter spells and be like, go ahead and put the other 2 in my bin where I have access to them. But I'm going to cast this one and stop you. Like
That's disgusting. Even in your Brawl deck, where every time you counter a spell, you draw.
that's bad enough. Even though I lose, like even though I got to discard a card after, that's still bad enough. It's calling me through my library and shutting you down and giving me exactly what I need. It's just way too high pace for 4 mana. Almost tireless program. I totally agree with Golos getting banned. People can go ahead and consult me with that one. That's my opinion. I played against the Golos deck. There's nothing more annoying than watching someone recast Golos every turn just to try to activate him every turn over and over again. His strategy was put out Golos and activate his ability, and that was it. Like there was no. The rest of the deck was essentially a bunch of stuff you put in the corridor, which was really hard to afford. That way you could just Golos into it. And that was like the most annoying deck ever because even though he's an art, I'm like destroy target artifact, destroy target non-black creature, destroy that creature, destroy that creature. I killed his Golos like 4 times in a game, and the other 3 players just sat there. The other 2 players just sat there, like they were doing whatever they were doing, but they weren't winning the game and they weren't doing anything about Golos. And Golos was just sitting there getting dropped unanswered, and I'm like, no. Blow him up. And he's like, why you keep blowing up Golos? And I'm like, because off of 1 activation, you are that far ahead of us and that much more trying to win the game. And so I just kept trying to put down the Golos player, and then the other 2 people teamed up on me, and they gave the Golos player that 1 activation. They're like, oh no, we'll let him get away with it. Yeah, no, off of that 1 activation, you got 3 gods. So I was like, so that's 3 gods right there. How you feeling? Off of 1 activation.
You're indestructible creatures and enchantment.
Well, he was playing Essence of the God Tree, and he put out the Prismatic Bridge, which produced devotion each color up by 1. So, and then he had the Pantheon. So, like, there you go. His devotion was 2 to each, and then once he put out those, and they were double colored gods, so they counted towards each other, and then they activated each other. The first activation of Golos, like, no, wait.
Well, that and pretty much anyone wanting to run a Ruthless deck was going forward.
He ruined all the individuality. Like there was dragons and all these cool other things going on, and then he just showed up and everybody was like, cool guy.
Yeah. So, this team full off running the 99. Why not as a commander? Because Golos is better.
Super sad robot. Search your library for a land, put it into play. That was bad. That automatically, like everyone was so excited for 5-color Dean, and then they were like, here's Golos. And everyone was like, oh, just put Golos landfall. And I'm like, ouch. Broker Brand, pay 7 life, draw 7 cards. Obvious. Whole Breacher. Yeah, you're not allowed to draw. I make treasure tokens instead. I hated that.
I mean, really, the fact that just shut off people's ability to draw.
To try to find an answer for it, because that had flash and came out during your end step, and you're like, shit, I don't have an answer for it. And then it was too late. You can't, like, trying to go dig for an answer for it was too late. So then they just put out, like, Op Agent. Now you can't tutor or draw. Now you're done. Now you're locked out from all your go grab it.
That's why Demir blue black.
I own a Shield of Emeria. When she comes in, name a color player can't cast a spell that doesn't count. Okay, so it's obvious why she got banned. She was unbanned for the longest. You were able to play Iona.
Yeah, I know. I ran one until she got banned, and I was just like, well, okay, I can't play people's colors.
Power cost, that's that land that lets you pay to return target legendary to return a fan. Because people won't have to pay it for their big commander, and then they're like, the Ovold, Emissary of Trust. Have you guys ever played against the Ovold? Do you know what that card does? He's a soul tie guy that says your opponents can't draw more than 1 card a turn, and whenever a permanent you control becomes the target of a spell, you get to draw a card. Holy crap. So my buddy built him, and he built him to not pick your hand. He didn't make you discard or anything like that. He didn't really shut you down. It's just the Ovold was really the only effect in there that shut you off from drawing. That was it. Other than that, it was just a soul tie colored elf deck, and he still shut us out of the game almost every game. And he barely even had to play the Ovold. he would just put out enough elves, and then once you went to answer him, he was like, okay, now I'm going to put out the Overlord, and you were like, oh. Okay, well, I'm going to, like, you know, and we would raise resources to try to get rid of the Overlord, and you put him back out because he's so powerful. It's so easy to play the mana, and then he just keeps locking at it, keep drawing that extra card, and then he would keep casting stuff, telling you to go to the extra card, which pin it. And I was like, yeah, no, this is picking my hand. This is telling me I can't do nothing. So it was bad. It was bad. And he didn't even build it to pick at your hand card. It's just the Overlord DNO, like Narset DNO. It's just bad. But the Overlord's a creature, and that tank obviously you can't swing at him like you can Narset. Narset's only out of 3 health or something. Meanwhile, the Overlord's like 3/3, 4/3. He's health right or something. He's good. Library of Alexandria, that's that land that lets you do something if you have 7 cards with him, draw kind of thing. Limited resources. We're on the last 2 cards. We're limited resources function to take 5 areas to control and sacrifices the rest. As long as there are 10 or more lands in play, players cannot play lands. Why is that banned?
Because then it stops anyone from playing anything over 5. And it gets rid of it.
It's a white enchantment for 1.
I don't like it because then
it
just drops people out of the game. And let's just say it was played turn 3. That means 3 and then 2.
You're done right there. You can't.
Done right there. No more lands can be played. 3 mana and 2 mana.
I actually kind of like that.
I don't. Kind of like what I called it the other day, the cuckold.
Cuckold AF. Oh, now I see why. Because white has a bunch of stuff that says when my lands go to the graveyard, I get them back. So white's gonna. You're gonna put that in a multicolored deck that has white in it, and you're gonna ramp. And then you're going to essentially blow up your own lands just to come back out. And everyone else's. Yeah, splendid reclamation. I didn't play any lands. I put them into the battlefield for my graveyard deck. How you go? Now I get why it's banned. Because you can play around it, and no one else can play around it.
Unless they calculate
it. Nice. White with the land. And then luckily, the spell chaser, you remember her? She was like dual-caster mage.
Yeah, banned before.
She got, oh my goodness. Well, because every colored deck was going to put her in there for free.
Yeah, any color running red and blue, we're going to put her in.
And then I'll stand up for the last couple because it's 31. We're almost out of time here. So the last couple, Panoptic Mirror, that's the one that lets you put an instant or sorcery on it and cast it for free every turn. You just put an extra turn spell on it. You're gone right there. Paradox Engine. Ouch, that hurt. I paid $38 for a copy of that card and got banned 2 weeks later. I was playing that in my Murph. Like, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, untap all your non-creature spells. Yeah. Over and over again.
Clearly why.
Primeval Titan. You guys know that one? He comes in, you get to blow up lands, and then you get to switch your library for basics and put them into play cap. Like, that was fair. That's sexy. No. ban AF, because remember how we were talking about Abzan being BS earlier? Abzan's going to flicker that guy 5 times and wipe your board and choose it for a bunch. You're out. You give up. Prophet of Profits. Oh my goodness. It's Seedborn Muse with a blue thrown in there and just lets you cast creatures that flash? No. I totally understand what that's doing.
Untap non-land permanents you control each player untap that.
Recurring Nightmare. Totally banned because people would put Coco Show out and put Recurring Nightmare on it and just be like, rah, 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 rah.
I think I played Worst Nightmare at your house and you were like, yeah, no, get that out of that deck. You can't play that here.
I'm just going to take your turn. Oh my God, Worst Fears. Worst Fears, that's it. Yeah. Rofe Fellows, Land War Emissary. Now, I totally understand why he's a man. Do you guys know who that is? He's like 2 green. He's an elf, and he says, tap to add a green for each forest you control. No, danger. Do not give green the ability to tap equal to the number of lands it controls on its commander. Very bad.
Simpson.
Literally. Shahrazad. That's the 2 white drop that makes everybody play another sub game. I'm good. Sway of the Stars. I used to run this before I realized it was banned, but it makes everybody wheel and then it sets your life total to 7. And it's a blue card, so I think that's good. Thundering Titan blows up a bunch of lands when it comes in, so I understand that one. I haven't found more though, right? When it enters, for each opponent, destroy target non-creature permanent that player controls. For each permanent destroyed this way, search library for put it on the battlefield. Yeah, no. It danger. It danger. You cannot let Time Vault, Time Walk. You don't need to take extra turns for free. Tinker. Oh, I'm just going to search my library for notifier for him to play. Oh, look, it's a Time Vault. Good game. I'm banned from EDH would be bad. Valerian Academy, Trade Secrets. Ooh, that one's obvious. You know, Trade Secrets. I kind of got there. And then it got reprinted in the commander deck too, but it just says you can draw 2 cards and the opponent can draw 2 cards, and you can just do that as many times as you want. So obvious why it's banned. It's a 4-player game, and me and this guy are just going to draw our libraries. Cool. Thanks. Yeah.
Definitely not.
No, that's not fun at all either, because you can be friendly or mean with it, of course, because it gives them the option to draw themselves out. And then where we at? Upheaval. Return all permanents to their owner's hand for 4 and 2 blue. People are saying to unban that one. Good. And then Yawgmoth's Bargain, that's a caster. Yawgmoth's Bargain. 4 and 2 black, pay 1 life, draw 1 card. Obviously, it's banned. You can't do everything on the draw. But anyway, we're out of here. And I'm not allowed to say any claimed to write YouTube videos on here, so we're going to call it a night for the gaming today. Thank you guys for coming out and watching Tabletop Takedown. See you next week.